would take a long time to sweep up.
Not bad.
And then they pop the thing, and then
Like it. People should eat their own food plots.
It's not real hunting.
I'm not hunting, I'm feeding animals. I'm helping wildlife.
I didn't look at it that way. You think they'd allow me to do that in Illinois?
You have to move to the U.S. to do that.
A free state?
You have to move to the U.S.
yeah, well,
We're going to go for a ride. There's Paul, Guido, Joe, Felipe.
the whole onslaught system cramped out.
We got a bighorn here and a Mecron. It's drizzling, but we're going to have fun.
And then I called my wife. She's not on. Now, how's your ground rock? Ground rock? Yeah.
Want to race? Breakfast is nuts.
That's a purple top. Yeah, that ain't bad. That thing will sweeten up in no time.
Well, hunting season's been over for months.
I know. I know, but one that size will sweeten up. Like the one you were holding, that big one, that would take a long time to sweeten up.
Sounds like dirt now.
Not bad.
This all grew, and the tops grew up, they got kind of small, and then they topped all right around, got the big end thing, and then they started getting food around them.
Yeah.
Well, I can.
Actually, this is a good.
People should eat their own food plots.
Spacing is great. Right over the
Food plot talk. I'm ready for a refreshment.
This is a little hayfield, man.
Okay, so let's talk about food plots and land management. Different landowners have different objectives. Me personally, I try to plant year-round food for deer and other wildlife so that times like now, here we are in January, food is running out. We don't have corn and soybeans, so the food plots that I plant, I try to plant so that they'll feed the deer and other wildlife all the way through this very difficult winter time. So here's a recent video that I took from our house here on our Illinois farm of a beautiful buck, but he is just hammering the brassica bulbs in the early winter here down in southern Illinois. Now, Joe the farmer, as you're going to see here in Tennessee, they could do supplemental feeding. So they could feed the deer year round, especially through this difficult time in late winter. That's when the most deer die off of starvation, is late winter. So let's continue on the property tour, have a little more fun, make the best out of a cold winter day.
Guys, I found something out here in the woods that you won't believe.
What?
It's a spy point camera that they say is actually sending pictures to people's phones.
I got
Believe it or not, a spy point, it actually sends pictures to people's phones. It works.
Really?
It's a little blurry.
It's like a Yeti. It's like, you know, people say they exist, but we didn't. Or a Jets fan.
Maybe it was built by Tacticam.
Could be.
Now you're gonna put that on that. Yeah, one of my roads has got a big rock wall. They call them slave pins.
So we're out at Joe the farmer's farm, we're taking a tour. Yo, you know that's not real hunting, right? That's not real hunting.
I'm not hunting, I'm feeding animals. I'm helping wildlife.
I didn't look at it that way.
I am.
You think they'd allow me to do that in Illinois?
You have to move to the U.S. to do that.
A free state?
You have to move to the U.S. Hey, so shout out to the state of Tennessee for letting us actually hunt, take care of animals. Yeah, right here we're feeding. This is a new Big and J product that is it's called Cotton Craze, or Cotton Crave, excuse me, and it has cottonseed in it, distiller grain, roasted soybeans, corn.
So it's actually good for the critters?
Absolutely. The cottonseed is very high in protein, which is going to be great not feeding them to kill them. We're trying to grow them healthy so that we can, make this a great place for them to live and survive. And Joe can come here and shoot some big bucks.
We'll try it.
We'll try it. Also, but then Guido's is over here, and then we have that
Between it, yeah, the real narrow strip.
goes right through there. So,
Man, this is a beautiful view all the way around.
I was going to build you your dream house right here, buddy.
No, just build me a deer stand. I don't need a dream house.
Well, I've got one right there for you. It's about 60 by 60 feet.
Down in the holler, down there. So if you're new to the channel or one of your first videos, you might know that we're looking at moving out of Illinois. We're looking at Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, or northern Arkansas. The beauty of land ownership is that, hey, look at this. In the middle of the winter time, you can cruise your property. You can talk about your visions for the future, your wildlife management, and so forth. Matter of fact, the last clip of this video is literally an up-to-the-minute clip of winter deer in our backyard here in Illinois. But thanks for joining us. Let's finish out today's video with a brief comparison between supplemental wildlife feeding and natural food plots and the differences that could make, for wildlife in your area.
They're addicted to it, so I don't really want to mess with them. Like there's some kind of plant, it almost looks like a poke salad kind of thing, but that's not what it is. And I mean, they hammer it all the time. And that temperature is dropped.
Yeah.
It's dropped a good 5.
Yeah,
All right, this next clip was very fitting and very fortuitous. So as I'm literally editing this, we're talking about the differences between supplemental feeding and food plot feeding. As I'm working on the video here at our Southern Illinois farm, it's literally January 19th, 2024, and we got deer here in our backyard, scrubbing at just the lawn. We can't supplement a feed here in Illinois, and we've got at least 6 more weeks till green up, usually in early March down here, because we are, quite far south. There's usually not enough food come late winter, midwinter, late winter, and that's when a lot of the deer die of starvation. So here they are in our backyard, literally as just a few minutes ago as I'm putting this video together from Tennessee, from Joe the farmer and Guido's place. So I can't comment one way or another. All I can say is if we move to Missouri or Kentucky or Arkansas, it's likely that I'll probably start year-round supplemental feeding. Well, mainly because I can, and I do believe it would help the wildlife during the really severe winter months. I know out west, they'll put out hay bales for the mule deer and that when it just, when you get 3 feet of snow and they can't get access to any food. So just food for thought, literally, when it comes to wildlife, food plots versus supplemental feeding. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you on a future video. Thanks.
This all grew, and the top grew up, they got kind of small, and then they topped all right along, got put against thing, and then they started getting food around them.
but actually, this is a good.
People should eat their own food plots.